Okay, so the first thing I want to know is pretend like I can't even see this. Can you tell me about the image? What is happening?
So there's two paths to pick down here. And my Catherine took what she perceived as the wrong path because she ended up failing at whatever she did. And so failure feels like physically uncomfortable, emotionally uncomfortable. And so I tried to depict that as me being naked in lava while people were throwing rocks at me and saying mean things.
Mhm.
And so I reflected on that for the 2 weeks and came up with after you. Can I keep going or?
Yeah, please.
Okay. And I think you had written on my board that, she, speaking in the third person, I am in the lava, but I'm standing and I'm sturdy and all those other people are faceless. And I thought to myself later after that, it's like, and she's sitting there and taking it,
Mhm.
which makes her strong and brave to be naked and standing in lava.
Mhm.
But then it hasn't occurred to her yet to just walk away,
Hmm.
and accept it gracefully and then walk away. Because I think, I recognize failure and in my head am the rock thrower.
Mhm.
I throw my own rocks and I anticipate what people must be thinking. And I have projected that as other people throwing rocks, when in fact, a lot of the rocks come from inside.
Absolutely.
So that's,
Okay. So here's my first question. You said she hasn't thought to walk away yet. And what I want to know is what if there's a wisdom to that? What if her not walking away is for a purpose? What might that be?
well, I mean, there's always a lesson, I suppose, in failure. I don't know if there's a lesson with cruelty. Um, if people are saying mean things and throwing rocks, figuratively speaking. I mean, I guess learning the lesson about how you might do it the next time, if you are in the mindset to be productive and you're not down on yourself for failing, you know what I mean? And you
Mhm.
keep having that dialogue about the failure and never being able to get to the productive space that says, okay, where where did that not go the way I wanted to, and how could I do it differently? I guess.
Yeah. So what's striking me right now is a different view of the two paths. When I think about the other path, there's no people over there. So what if the other path is like by myself, but this place of being here is where I am brave enough to really be seen in who I am?
Mm. And failure is loud and success is quiet.
Tell me more about that.
Well, so you'd said, it just occurred to me because you said there's no people by the success, the rainbows and unicorns, which I didn't draw the unicorn, but so to me that I just am thinking that must mean that my success is really quiet and pleasing just to myself. I decide, and
Mhm.
in a quiet way that, oh, I did a good job. Whereas failures are always loud and noisy in front of an audience.
In front of an audience. So my
Right.
challenge to you is what if success could be in front of an audience? What would that be like?
Yeah, that would be really good because there'd be lots of smiles and laughs and applause, and people would throw money at me, maybe, or diamonds.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's really true. Is like you could get people make money in some form by being
Right.
in front of other people and being who they are, whether that be comedians or actors or even the CEO of a company, right? It's like you're visible.
Right.
So, what
Yeah.
if, even though over there are rainbows and unicorns, what if it isn't success because nobody else sees it? Nobody else is a witness to you.
Hmm. Maybe it's just not failure.
What if
So
it's
is
safety?
that's absolutely what it is. That's the safe route.
That's the safe route. But is it actually success to go safe and be by yourself?
Yeah. I guess I hadn't thought of it that way. Oh, crap.
Okay, I want you to look at it now. I want you to turn and look at it, and I want you to look at the green path
Yep.
and see it as safety. And then I want you to look at the lady in the lava and be like, she's fucking brave. Do you see that?
I do. But it's painful to be brave sometimes.
It is painful to be brave sometimes.
And so she avoids that and would opt to be alone, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I don't like that.
Okay, good. Do you want to do it differently?
I should do it differently.
Okay, so looking at your picture, how can you do it differently?
I guess I'd put a lot of people by my rainbow
Uh-huh.
that are smiling
Yeah.
and holding my hand, and support
Yeah.
and celebrating. There'd be
Celebrating.
cocktails and balloons, right?
Yes.
To me, in my head.
Yes. And here's the thing. Sometimes we remember this is how we started failures. I was like, sometimes we go so far away from it that we go to an end that's not healthy either. I'm going to say that right now, but it's in terms of like what's realistic. So, what if it's not realistic for anybody to be completely surrounded only by people who think they're awesome?
Right.
That's actually probably more true.
And it's not painful.
It's not painful to be surrounded by people who all support
Right.
you. But I
And
don't think there's any life that has that. A life where you are in front of people and everyone's like, yeah.
right. Right.
This is what I imagine. I imagine that the path that has the negative people, I imagine that it's actually more of a mixture. That you're in front of people and some people are like, meh. And then other people are like, heck yeah, we love this. And that's the mixture of like, I'm not alone, but I'm not also in ideal land where rainbows and unicorns live, where everybody just thinks I'm great.
Right.
Right. I want that too, but that's not how it works.
But if you think about it too, now, because I'm on that thing, it would be very lonely,
It's lonely.
but comfortable.
Yes. I feel
So,
like you've just named so many people's life experiences. They're like, there's this path that's lonely but comfortable. And there's this path where I imagine everybody throws rocks at me.
yeah. And clearly I can take the rocks because I stood there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So really, I wouldn't want success to be lonely.
Probably not.
And I would think that success should be a better feeling than just comfortable.
Yeah.
It should be elation, right?
I don't know. That's up to you, but I think you're right. Like what's happening now is you're starting to redefine success. Is it lonely? No.
Right.
Is
it just comfortable? Is that the best I can do?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.